Make them clap it up, clap it up, now clap it up. Down and dirty on the field, make a mess and then I make them clean it up, clean it up. On the field is not a drill, $50 million deals. Yeah, we get the cap for real, I make it thunderstorm for real. Real baller, first string, gotta do it for the team. Ball so hard, I call fatigue, running yards is out the league. Oh no, oh man, I just made a mess. When I ran it, ain't no stopping on, never rest. Down said hut, kick a punt, then I make them catch. 5,000 ones in an hour, I'ma make it stretch. I just made a mess, I just made a mess. I got cash by the bundle, so I'm never pressed. I just made a mess, I just made a mess. 50-yard TD with the winning catch. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. I just made a mess, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I just made a mess.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And mark him down way up close. To the 40 at the 39.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Colts first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Wentz. Steps away to his left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Wentz now on first down. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On play action, it's Wentz. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he is going to be stopped. Behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Hines. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
play clock winding down, a whistle, and possibly a false start. The Texans' new punter for 2021, Cameron Johnston, on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston will give them the season sweep. To throw is Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7. And the Colts first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. Now Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
First down, Indianapolis.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. Wentz.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Taylor.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hines. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A reminder reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield flush to his right. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. This is Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After after the sack. They'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Mayfield on first down. On the move to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield over the middle. Dorsett. A nice pickup there. 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Here's Mayfield. He fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Mayfield on play action. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Texans nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Play fake. Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Play action. Now Wentz. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
6 yards left on second down. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Wentz on third down. Complete to Hilton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
What's tight? Tight is right.
74, 74.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
Texans nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 27, Mayfield dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Check 50.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 20. Mike 20. Mike 20. Watch the pass.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. This to Hines on the drop-off. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Hines. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Buying time to his left. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
Only religion was the moon. Made a couple million, hallelujah. Daddy was a tuya. Called a homeschool.